All right, so what factors influence customer satisfaction with a food truck? I'm actually going to run down 5 specific things that if you don't pay attention to, you will lose customers at the next food truck event you go to. And I'm going to break down those 5 from the top all the way down to number 1. We're going to get to that right now on Food Truck Freaks. All right, guys, so welcome back to Food Truck Freaks. This is YouTube's premier food truck entrepreneur channel. We are going to be bringing you nothing but useful content, getting to the point, helping you start, grow, develop, and build on your brand with your food truck business. So if you don't and haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, of course, and hit the bell notification and check out all the brand new videos that we have coming up. Now, I also have a ton of other food entrepreneur channels. If you're looking to create even a home-based food business, create a packaged food product, check out all of our channels from Marketing Food Online to Cottage Foods Laws, a ton of other great resources as well. So we also have a podcast down below in the description. Check it out as well. You can even listen to us on the go. So in this video, I actually wanted to cover 5 specific things, five specific things about your food truck business and customer satisfaction. Now, if you don't think about this, if you don't pay attention to it, and you're simply out there trying to pass off food and sell as much as you can, that's obviously a good thing too. But if you're not paying attention to your customers and people aren't excited or satisfied with the type of food that you're serving, but what actually dictates that to make satisfaction in your customers? Because the one thing that's unique about food trucks is that normally there is within your community as a food truck owner, you're going to be going to a lot of local events. And there's a very good likelihood that you're going to jump and tap into a lot of the same customers at those events, or you may come across customers who want to be definitely finding your food truck at everywhere that they can. So let's go from number 5 specifically down to number 1. Number 5, speed. Now, you're probably thinking, what does that mean, Damien? So the speed in which you can prepare food on a food truck at an event is good in multiple reasons. Number 1, customer satisfaction, obviously. Nobody wants to wait in line 20 or 30 or 45 minutes, pass off their order to the window, and then have to stand next to your truck and wait another 10 or 15 minutes. I actually was just at another food truck event this past weekend here in Georgia. We went to a food truck event, a food truck rally. It had a lot of food trucks. There was probably about 12 trucks. Every single line was ridiculously long. And I noticed, I was actually in line with my son, and my wife was actually standing in a truck across the street from us. We were in 2 different lines, and it was taking forever for them to make. The one truck that we were at, my son wanted some type of a hamburger hot dog, very simple product to make. But the line that it took, the speed in which it took to prepare the food and get it to the customer was outrageous. And then the crazy thing is we were about 5 people away from the window. Then they sold out of everything, which made us even more irritable and irritated, and it was just ridiculous. If you go to a food truck event, it's best to obviously stock up and have more food on hand than you can sell, as opposed to selling out. That just causes customers to get irritated. You lose money, obviously. And that's another factor, by the way. The speed in which you can prepare these meals and get them to the customers will give you way much more money and obviously turn more tables and more plates, and you're going to be making much more of a profit. So the idea of speed, keep that in mind. If you're preparing a menu item that takes 5 or 10, 15 minutes to make, people don't want to wait at a food truck event 30, 40 minutes and then stand on the side of the truck waiting another 10 or 15 minutes. That's crazy, absolutely ridiculous. So what factor influences customer satisfaction? Number 5, speed. Number 4, the price. Of course, obviously, people want to have a product in front of them, a meal that's prepared quickly, right? And then, of course, something that's with reasonably priced. You can price yourself out if you were at a food truck event where there's multiple food trucks. Even though you're not selling the same product, if there's 4 or 5 other food trucks and I can drop a $5 bill, 7, 8, 10 bucks maybe, and you've got $15, $16, $18 lunches that's got rice and mixes and kebabs and very high end. I actually went to an event, there was a food truck that was selling lamb kebabs, I think it was. And they had rice and like steamed vegetables and all. Now don't get me wrong, all that food is fantastic. But the idea at the end of the day is, how much was it? Does it take long to make that? And then we had to stand in line and you're spending almost $20 a person. Food truck events, people are going to bring their families, people are going to bring their friends. They're going to get beer, they're going to get a drink, they're going to get maybe even a glass of wine, they're going to get some other beverage too. So if they're spending $20 or $30 a person, that's going to be huge. If you can keep that price within range. Now, of course, I can't dictate or tell you specifically what's the price range. If you're selling hot dogs and hamburgers, obviously the cost of that is much less than lamb kebabs and freshly made rice and vegetables. That's pretty intense. There's nothing wrong with that, but make sure that you are pricing yourself in order for you to sell, because customer satisfaction is dictated on that as well. So the next up, number 3, let's see, we got number 3. taste, obviously. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Damien, I can't make everybody happy with everything that I make. True, everybody's tastes vary, but I'll give you a tip and pointer specifically for you guys who are beginners into the food industry. You cannot cut corners on the quality of the ingredient or the product that you're making. But you can still make a great product. I could sell a very cheap, ultra cheap hot dog, or I could sell something that's maybe better quality, better ingredients, maybe a little bit more pricier, but I can also make it taste even better. If you've got hot dogs or hamburgers, don't just sell chips or something. Sell like your own unique twist on a coleslaw, maybe a potato salad, maybe a macaroni salad. Make it so it actually tastes good. So if you go to another event and those same customers are going to meet up with you, or the same customers happen to be at a different event locally, they're going to be like, hey, last time I made there, well, that stuff tasted amazing. I remember that truck had these gourmet hot dogs and they had like this high-end potato salad. It was delicious. Whatever it is that you're making, try to make it so it tastes fantastic. Don't do something cheap, something that people are going to know is cheap. If you're selling pre-made sodas, potato chips, and just hamburgers with ketchup and mustard, anybody can make that. There's nothing unique about that. The taste of it is just cooked meat on a grill and some potato chips you can buy at home. If you're going to go so far as to invest in a food truck and you're going to create a business doing it, try to make a menu that is truly tasty. You want to make something that tastes amazing because, again, you are a local business that will be in the community. People will remember, trust me. I've actually been, the event I just talked to you about, the food truck event, we've been there about 2 or 3 times, and I'll tell you, the food was horrible. The last time we went, my son didn't enjoy it. My wife got upset stomach. I mean, it was just not good. So we actually were not, believe it or not, we're not going to go back to that food truck event ever again. But we will go to other food truck events. But that one in particular, the same vendors, the food was hideous. Number 2.
All right, so number 2, quality. So yes, you want to make sure that no matter what you're preparing or making, you're using quality ingredients. People are now so decisive and they so understand the quality of food that they eat. Very picky and finicky, and people know what's good and what's not. So whether you're making hot dogs, hamburgers, or even something high-end and gourmet, you want to make sure you use the best quality products that you can. And even if you have to go up on the price a little bit, then so be it. Because if you're looking to create something that people are going to enjoy, the lower quality ingredients are something that anyone can pick up on and discern whether it's good or not. So number 2 is quality.
Number 1, how they are treated. So number 1 in the list of the top 5 ways to create customer satisfaction is how you treat the customer. I know it's a food truck event. I know that you're not there to, pat people on the back and take pictures like a celebrity and accommodate to every whim or need that they do, but you need to make sure you at least treat them with respect and treat them as an appreciated customer. I have been to food truck events where people are too busy and too obnoxious to simply take an order, make the food, hand it to you, and move on. If you've got great customer service, like with any business, I don't care if it's a product or service that you're selling, if you treat people like garbage, your business will be garbage and be out of business very soon, very quick. If you treat people with respect and you appreciate them, hey, thank them. Hey, thank you so much for supporting our small family business. Remember, hey, next week we're going to be at this event, or whatever rally. We're going to be here and there. And then you top it off with a great customer experience. Trust me, that makes a big impact on whether or not they come back to you. Because the event that I was just talking about, a lot of the food trucks are regulars. They are there all the time. And not every truck treats people with respect. It's more like you're like a number. And I know that you're trying to turn over plates and you're trying to make money and you move people in and out. But have some respect and understanding and appreciation for that customer who decided to stand in line maybe 20 minutes and spend money with you at your food truck. Because there's a reason behind that. Again, you build up a great rapport with them, a great experience, a tasty product, and you serve it quick and easy and the price is right, you are going to have a ridiculously successful food truck. And that's the whole purpose of this video, is to show you that these 5 things are super crucial and key important elements, not only to starting a food truck, but growing it and keeping it afloat and profitable. Don't take customers for granted, no matter what you do. Our business, we have a huge amount of business online with e-commerce businesses, and we appreciate every single customer. I get a question or email or comment about a negative experience, or if it's a complaint or something that they're like, hey, you know what, I got this, it was damaged. I say thank you. First off, right off the bat, thank you so much for doing business with us. We do appreciate every single order because people have choices. And if there's 12, 13, 14, or even 20 different food trucks and they come to yours, you need to treat them like gold. That experience will dictate the fact that they'll come back again and again. And by the way, if you're selling product, let's say you've got multiple streams of income with your food truck and you have a spice blend rub that you're selling out of the window, or maybe you're trying to sell a barbecue sauce and you're doing a food truck that does barbecue or such. keep in mind that those customers have a great experience. They're going to go to your website. They're going to buy other products. They're going to buy your merch. Maybe you have some merchandise. Maybe you've got hats. Maybe you've got a website that you're trying to send those customers and say, hey, support our local family business. Check out our merch on our website. If they don't have a good experience with the food you're selling, they're not going to spend any more money with you outside the food truck. There are tons of food trucks who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, not only just with their business and their food truck, but again, outside sources of income. If you can hook a customer with a great experience, tasty food, great pricing, and everything else that goes along with it, they're going to go to your website. They're going to support you. They're going to give you a big likes. They're going to follow you on social media. They're going to support you on social media. Always keep that in mind, that the customer is not just going to buy a plate of food or some food at a food truck event. They could potentially be a customer that will make you way more money offline onto e-commerce than you could imagine. So take those 5 tips, definitely implement some of them, and see how your food truck will succeed. They're very crucial. I've been in business in the food industry for 12 years with my own business, and I know firsthand, if you don't treat people with respect and give them a great product reasonably priced, well, they're not going to come back. So if you have questions about your food truck business, let us know down below and we'll create some amazing content. Definitely follow, stay with us here. This is new, as I mentioned, subscribe. The channel is going to only increase additional resources and content for your food truck business, and check out our other channels. I'll see you guys on our next video.